Hello. 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 Oh dear. Ah, really? We're starting with this immediately? Oh, come on. Whoop-de-doo. Yes.
Blue Streak, Speeds by Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive.
Is that from the cartoon? I don't even know. Is that from the cartoon? Oh, you don't even know! Oh, yeah, no, I am dead tired. Oh. And not even because of the sports event we had yesterday. That has nothing to do with it. Ugh. The 90s show, yeah, probably. Yeah, no, it's a double hitter. Yeah, no, for me, part one is, of course, the heat, which makes the nights a lot more warm. But that would still be fine if it wasn't for kids playing outside last night until 2:30 in the morning. Are you kidding me? And it wasn't just some teenagers sitting on a bench talking to each other, no. They were playing basketball, they were yelling at each other, it was horrible. Until freaking 2:30! I mean, I think that's actually a good thing, yes. Because I am not snappy enough to functionally do any of that. Yeah, so now. So yes, hello. Here I am. Hi. Yeah, no, after such a sports event, I need a good night's sleep, and I just didn't get it last night. It was horrible. So yeah, we're just gonna do some mellow perler work today. It's most likely gonna be a shorter stream, and that's a-okay with me. Parents of children? These children don't have parents. Period. They have adults whom they live with, but they are not parents. No. No, they're not. If they were parents, they would smack their kids being like, shut the frick up, get inside, it's 2:30 in the morning! The heck are you doing? What are they doing outside at 2:30? Get in, go to bed. Yes, so that's the plan for today. We're gonna make Knuckles today because we already have Sonic and Tails. So all we have left is Knuckles. And then we're gonna do the whole iron process. And then we're gonna call it. Maybe dolls at the end. Who knows? But yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't really know what else to say. Other than thank you, Beauty, for 29 months. Where's my brain space? Bit of a delayed reaction there. Reaction. Words. Yes. We also do need to fix Tails' hair a little bit. Because there are a few floating pixels there, I just reminded myself. So we also need to look at that, but yes. Magic time. Magic time. That one. Thank you very much. Magic time. Okay. Okay, I need to start moving. Get over here. Yeah, no, like, doing that kind of stuff during, like, a summer vacation, I mean, sure, it's still not great, but there I can understand. But it's not the summer vacation yet. It hasn't started yet. So, be at least a little bit considerate about your neighbors, people. Just a little bit. At 2:30 at night. Ah. I can't process that enough. Okay. You go there. You go here. Right there. You just place all for a little bit. Thank you very much. Okay, are we Gucci? That's the wrong one. That's the one. So let's stop that. Let's start this. There we go. That's a good starter, at least, when it comes to music. Okay, light. There. We're gonna do that. There we go, that's better. Okay, so we have Sonic. Let's do this. There. We have Sonic. And he looks decent. I wouldn't say perfect, but decent. And then we have Tails. And before we move on, let's actually fix his hair a little bit here, because this one and this one are floating. And hello, Manny. Hello. So I'm just gonna add one pixel for each. I would say add you. Oh no, wait, these are floating as well. Hold on. Ooh. I mean, they are not floating anymore when we do this. But I am probably gonna add another one here just to add a little bit of security. Also, my mic needs to come way closer. Hello? There we go. That was weird. Yeah, no, that was weird. Like, I pulled the cord again, but then when I replugged it, Windows said, hey, you plugged something in. We don't know what it is. So it didn't recognize it as the mic. Stupid thing. So, whose mic? It's this idiot. Not him, but this one. Yeah. I don't remember even where I moved the mic and what you did or did not hear. Did you hear me talk about Tails' hair? Did you hear that at least? I'm not awake, so... I hope you did. You're dying. Well... Yay, twinsies. Taking painkillers. Okay, well... If you heard it, then this is double, but yeah, we had to add a few pixels here to attach the floating pixels. It looks a bit cluttered, but it's the best we can do. There. That's it. So, having said that, we are now moving on from Tails, not to Sonic, but to Knuckles. Now the thing is, he has weird colors going on, because he is mostly depicted as being red, but he looks a lot more pink, if you ask me. The colors they actually use are pink. Like, yeah, there is red on top there, but all the lighter red colors are pink, if you ask me. So yeah. And for him also counts that the shadows, they have a certain, I don't know, a certain brownish tint to it. Pink is a lighter red, sure. But if you think of Knuckles, do you think red or do you think pink? That's my point here. Exactly. Now, like I said, the thing is, his shadow work, it has a bit of a brown tint to it, is the thing. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do there, because I think going with gray on those shadowy parts is really gonna screw everything up. So I'm probably gonna have to use like a dark red purple-ish kind of color for those spots. I think. I'm not sure. But we're gonna have to figure that out pretty quickly, because like on top it already starts getting a line all the way down his backside, so... Why? So yeah. Two colors that are very much gonna be an odd pick at the very least. We're just gonna see where we end up at. So, 40 darker shadowy bits. I'm thinking this color. I'm just gonna do stuff and just see how it looks, because I genuinely have no idea. Let's see, we have a 1, 1, 2, 2, and then another 2. There, we just put that in there just to start with. mean, then for the main red part of his body, it's just bright red, I would say. Even though it is a different kind of red than the shoes, but that is going to become the same kind of red color, because I just don't have the options to do anything different. Now let's see, how long are you? I have no idea. Let me see here. Can I count? Yeah, then for the pink color, what are we gonna use? I really don't know. That's more salmon. I guess that's more purple. I don't know. Decide with me here. Because I'm honestly not quite sure. Like, we have this, for instance, but this is way too bright, I would say. Then there is this, but this is more of a salmon color. So I honestly think we're gonna land on this one right here. Because this is the most pink, yet dark-ish color that I have. Like, this is too much of a regular skin tone. And this is already going too much towards purple. So it's gonna have to be this one, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, well then that's what we're gonna do. And let's see where we need to put the first one. It's at the very least on this line. And from here we count... I can't count. Let's count from here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular reds before we get there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular reds before we get there. Okay. Okay, and then the red on top goes for 2 more. There. Let's fill in the pink patch a little bit.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
Yeah. Not sure if I'm gonna be fully happy with this color, but we really don't have a whole lot of choices here. You need metal pipe? What? What? What do you mean you need metal pipe?
For me, I really like cones. I love cones. Cone. It has the juice. I hope you will have a cone-tastic day.
The loud metal pipe sound alert. You mean the clanging pipe on the ground? You mean that one? Probably? Hold on, let me see. Let me have a look here. Unless you mean something else. Hold on. Hold on, let me have a look here. Let me take that away for a sec. Pipe. Let's stop the music for a sec. You mean that? Why? Why would you need that? Oh, that's loud. Why? Why would you need that? That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. I'm gonna make you pay for that. There, it should be in there now. It should be in there now. Just refresh the page and it should be in there. Try it. You'll try not to overuse it. If you do, you will run out of points. I did not make it free. You're gonna have to pay. Yeah. And I'm not making it any louder than that. I will not. I will do no such thing. Because that's already loud enough, at least for today. Okay, hold on, because he has 1 pixel of skin-ish color there. I think we use this one for that. There. Okay, there is 1 white pixel right there. 1 red right there. And then a few more pinks around. There. So let's start filling in. Some more red. I made a giant mistake here. Because this needs to move like so. Yeah, okay, that's better. There. Okay. Mm-hmm. Here we have this little patch. Yeah. Wrong color. That one. There. Yeah, the colors are a little bit off-putting, but I don't know, maybe when the face becomes more visible, it'll look a little bit better, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Let's see. So we're there. Hmm? Alright. So let's fill in his eye now, just to make him come alive a bit more. Let me see here, because there are 3 shades of gray in here. 1, 2, 3. And you are that and that. Really? It's fairly dark. Okay, well, guess that's what we're gonna do. Okay, then we might as well do the mouth as well. Yeah, the Jazz Jackrabbit songs are great, but the loops are just way too long. There. So we used that and that one, right? Hold on, let me check real quick here. Yes, we did. Okay. Okay. Oops. Up there. The actual mouth itself is this. There, that's the face done. Yeah, I'm not 100% happy with the colors, but I don't know. It's fine. They look good to you? Nah, I feel like the pink is too bright. It needs to be a deeper color. You can barely see, but that's maybe also because of the lighting. You can barely see the shadow work on the back of his head. That needed to be darker. And then when it comes to the eyes, the shadow work is a bit too dark. Same with the mouth. Like the contrast between the colors is a bit too much for everything. It should be a little bit smoother, in my opinion. Yeah, and that's the thing. It very much is not the same color. Because we're using this one, which is bright red for the bright red parts. And we're using this one, which is a lot more purplish for the shadow work. But you don't see that when you look at this. You barely see this line even existing, is the thing. Yep. So I'm hoping with better lighting, everything will look better. How long are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. The fists are gonna be a problem? I mean, not really. They kind of look like similar to Sonic's, I would say. They are slightly different, but they are mostly just a lot bigger. And that actually is a little bit of an advantage, because that way you can add a little bit more detail to them, because they are bigger, so you have more space to work with. Well, we're just gonna continue the same color choices that we've been using with especially Tails. Sonic a little bit less, but especially Tails. We're just gonna do the same, you know, gray scaling that we've been using there, so we'll see. What is it up with all these song choices that I need to adjust a little bit every time? Why money white beads exist? What? What are you saying there? Yeah. They look a bit complex. Not really. Just have to pay attention to picking the right scale of gray. Other than that, they're fine. Okay, so here we have a little bit of a gap with open space. I mean, fair. Okay. Moving on even further down. that is not correct. What am I doing wrong here? You need to be one down. That's why. Okay, yes. That goes there, that goes there. And there we have that. Yes, okay. Hold on, am I making a mistake here? This all looks very cluttered. Let me have a look here. No, we're still on track. It's just a little difficult to read. Okay. There. Let's fill in a little bit of his chest, and then we're gonna move on to the gloves. Okay. Time for the gloves. Time for more drink. Okay. that's the outer part of that glove. Done, I believe. 4, 4, 4, 5. Yes. Now we just have to fill it all in with white. There, that's one glove done. It really feels like it pops out. Like the entire design feels kind of flat, but then the glove really comes forward for some reason. Anywho, that's one glove. Now for the other one. There. So we have one there, one there. There, and there. Yes, okay. There, and that's the other glove done. Yeah, it really feels like you need to look at it from a distance to make it look better. Which is always the case with these kinds of things. So let's finish off the legs. There, that's the legs done. Let's scoot you guys further. There. So then for his... I guess it's socks? It's socks that he's wearing? They are green with a hint of yellow in there. What kind of yellow? Slightly off. So I would say this yellow. There. And there. And then everything else is green. Fairly bright green. It's exactly a shade of green that I don't have. Like, I have a lighter green and a darker green, and I think dark is going to be too dark. So we're going to have to go with the lighter green. Yeah. Yeah. If I take the darker green, it's going to become too dark. There. Okay. First part of the shoes. That also has a whole lot of different colors in there. Knuckles, why are you so difficult? Okay, so the question here now is, do we use light gray or white? Because in this shoe, this little bit looks different than in this shoe. Like here, it looks brighter than here. Oh wait, I don't even have a choice now that I look at it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, it's gonna have to be white. Even though they look different, I'm gonna have to make them the same, and they're gonna have to be white. There. Let's hold off with the black there. Let's first do the gray part of the other shoe. There, that's that gray part done. Now for the red of the shoes, we're gonna use a slightly different red for the dark parts of the shoes when it comes to the shadow work here. Not that it's gonna make a huge difference, but it is gonna make an ever so slight difference. Okay. Now there is a little bit of a brownish patch there. I would say we use this color for that. And then a more beige, a light beige, but darker than the skin, but lighter than the shadow work. Yeah, on the face. So it has to be this one. Yes, I think that works. There. And that should be Knuckles done. Yeah, I mean, looking at it right now, the colors are off. Very much so. But it gets the idea across, I would say. So I guess it's fine. Yep. Alright. Scary part time. Oh wait, I'm missing... Hold on. I need my knife. Give me a sec here. Okay. Chair, you need to this all for a sec. Because I need space. Alright. Time to start the scary part. Let me think again. Yes, I want to start on the bottom. Okay. So let's first cut away some of the excess tape. Oh, such a perfect song to play right now. I cut a bit too much here. That's fine, we'll reapply. Another patch. Right there. from the other side. Makes it easier. Okay. Now let's make sure that every little bead actually sticks. Because we know that hasn't happened always in the past. And it's probably not going to happen today as well. I mean, we're going to have to do it 3 times even, so... There's definitely going to be at least one where we're going to screw up. Probably with all 3. Yeah, I'm touching each and every single bead. Trying to make it stick. Okay. Let's see if we can properly pull this off. Get it? Pull it off! Ah, be so funny! Okay. Okay, I do need you to let go though. Just give me at least a little bit of working space here, thank you. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, I already feel that there is at least 1 bead. 2 beads that got left behind, but that's okay. It's not that bad. We know immediately where they're gonna go. This one goes there. And this one goes right there. There. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Not perfect, but not that bad. All right. Yeah, I mean, jokes needs to be clever, not obvious, is the thing, and I don't know. Making obvious jokes is a lot easier than making them clever, but yes. Okay, that's 1. Let's not screw it up by screwing up. Tails, you're next. Alright, same process. Actually, let's get Knuckles' example out of here. There, it's off. Okay, same process. Touching each and every single bead. To see if they'll listen. I mean, so far we are 0 for 1. Or -2 for... I don't know. How you want to count that? Okay. Attempt number 2. Yeah, looks like a decent start again. These ones are a bit tougher to get loose, but they seem to be cooperating alright-ish. Is that actually a perfect pull? It is! Ha ha! There we go. Yeah, looking at it right now, I actually really like how this one panned out. Oh no, trust me, the tape is very light. It tears really easy, and it doesn't stick all that well, is the thing. Like, yeah, it sticks, but it also lets go fairly easy. But that's the thing, because the beads are so small and light, as long as there's not a whole lot of resistance, then, you know, they just pull right off. But yeah, now the way this came out, like with the shadow work on the tail like this, I really like how this panned out. This one's, I think, my favorite out of the 3. But we'll look at it again once we actually show the end result of everything. Oh, and that's exactly what I mean. Fuck. Yep. That was a huge screw up there. Hold on, we need to fix this. I honestly didn't expect to screw up with putting on the tape. That's actually quite impressive. Get. There. Okay, hold on. Where's my... there. Yeah, this is a mess right now. Hold on. Let me have a look here. Because we're just gonna put everything back in its place. So you were a light gray right there. Yeah, I tried to put on the tape, but as I put it on, it slipped out of my finger, so it shot away and then actually did pull out a few pins, so... Or beads. So yeah, I did an oopsie. That's what happened. I know, I know. I am that amazing, I know. You go there. You go there. You go there. Means you go there. You go there. You go there. You go there? What? That means I'm missing a black. And I have a red and a light gray to spare. That cannot be correct. Hold on, that cannot be correct. Oh, wait, okay, hold on. You still need to go there. How can I have a red to spare, though? Oh, because you need to go there. Right there. Okay, you piece of tape. Okay, shove off. Okay, so let me do a once over to make sure that we did fix it correctly. Yeah. That's that, that's that. That's that and there. We did that. Wait, hold on, I'm missing a black now. I'm missing a black? Wait, how did that happen? Oh, because there's no black in this corner right here. Really? Yeah, really, I guess. Cool. Well, it's fixed. That's the most important part. Let's try again. I mean, it wouldn't be my kind of perler stream if I didn't screw up at some point, would it? It is kind of becoming my staple when it comes to this stuff, so... Part of the process, exactly. I mean, what kind of fun would it be if everything went perfect? That's no fun. Of course we need to screw up. see one bead in there being annoying already. This one right here. Let's see if it wants to cooperate in a sec. All right. Part 3. Yeah, so far so good. Even the annoying one seems to cooperate. Would you look at that? Apart from a little bit of a hiccup at taping it down, it's another perfect pull! Haha! Who knows, someday I might actually get decent at this. So yeah, there is a Sonic. And there we have all 3 of them. Nice. Very nice. Time to pull out the iron. And you. Cord is a bit knotted into itself. Better. Okay. Yes, okay. All right. Sonic, you first. And hello, Noemi. Noemi Rose? I'm sorry, but I need to draw the line somewhere. Like, and if we're also gonna do Amy Rose, then are we gonna also do Big the Cat? And are we also gonna do whatever those 3 off-brand characters are called? And are we also gonna do Dr. Robotnik or Eggman or whatever you want? Or like, I need to draw the line somewhere. Alright. Now I need to grab my heavy books in a sec as well to push everything down. I already see him curling up as I'm doing this. But hello, Noemi, how are you? That looks decent enough for a first attempt. Plop. Playing Railbound. I actually know what you're talking about. Because I believe I actually did that game on this channel. Yep. Traumatized by the game? Nah, it's fine. Yeah, I did. Okay. It's doubting a little bit, but yes, I actually did do it on stream instead of off stream. Now there are, especially at the end, a few puzzles that are very much out there. But overall, it's fairly doable. Like, as long as you don't go for 100% completion of all the puzzles, then you're absolutely fine. You're gonna make it through the game. Fairly manageable, let's call it that. I won't call it fairly easy, but manageable. Okay, let's have a look here. It looks like a decent run. Yeah, it already feels kind of sturdy, so that's good. So let's see if we can pull off the tape now. Alright, you know what? Leave it for a sec, let it cool down a bit more. We'll just move on to Tails next. Leaving some unsolved means you failed? No. That's fine. Oh, Baba's You. Such an amazing game. And so very, very difficult. Like, just the first part of the game, that by itself is already fairly difficult. But as soon as you go into layer 2, layer 3, layer 4 of the game, it becomes bonker shit crazy. Never interested in it? That's fair. It is definitely not for everyone. It's a very different way of puzzle thinking. All right. Oh, that's true. We can at some point also make some Donkey Kong perlers. Because we have played DKC 1. I haven't played 2 yet on this stream, have I? I would probably go for the older designs. Simply because those are the ones that I know the best and the most. Those are the ones I feel nostalgic for. But yeah. Yeah, he had some trouble with it, and I cleared it in a single stream. It's, yeah. I played that game quite a lot back in the day. You just played Mortal Kombat on the first Game Boy. Really? Wow, that's rough. That's absolutely rough. Holy crap. I mean, kudos to you, but wow. Okay. Yeah, that also seems to be decent enough for now, so put you away for a sec as well. Time for Knuckles. Fair. Still. I mean, almost everything on the original Game Boy is rough. Like, sure, it has very much a few classics on it, but overall, the first Game Boy, it was a thing. Don't get me wrong, throughout the years, I have had multiple, and I loved it, and I played a lot of it. But still, it was rough. Yeah, exactly. I had blue. Yeah, and apparently there was this rumor because, like, you could play original, Game Boy games on the Game Boy Color. Ooh. And with Pokemon, you had the option to trade Pokemon. And a friend of mine, back in the day, he already had a Game Boy Color. And he had Pokemon Red. I had Blue. Perfect. And I even had a connector cable for the Game Boy. Amazing. But he wouldn't trade with me because he heard a rumor that if you trade Pokemon between a regular Game Boy and a Game Boy Color, he would actually lose the color of his Game Boy Color. I wouldn't get the color on my original Game Boy, but because I would transfer a Pokemon from a regular Game Boy to him, that would make him lose the color. What? Really? Before you had an Atari... Holy crap. You really are from the Stone Age, aren't you, Noemi? Must be true. Yeah, nah, I don't know. It's, back in the day, I already thought it was a stupid theory, and now looking back on it, I was right. I was absolutely right. The game theory, it's a dumbass thing. Are you just I mean, fair. I mean, at least you still grew up with olden games, which is not a bad thing, because I do feel like our generation, having grown up with that rough of technology, it does allow us to appreciate modern technology a lot more than kids nowadays. These kids these days, yes, I'm an old fart, I know, shut up. But kids these days that don't have that roughness. Like, everything they see and have, it's all smooth, it's all instant. You know, we didn't have to install a game through... We had to install a game through DOS with, like, 4 diskettes, putting in code in DOS to be like, install, unzip, blah, 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 and they now just scroll through a list, and it's like, oh, I want that one. Oh, and it already installed, and oh, it opens. It's like... I don't know, we had to work for it. And then it still looked really bad. For them, it looked really great, but... it still looked really bad. And everything nowadays just looks good. Even indie pixel art kind of thing. Everything looks good. I feel like that kind of appreciation is lost on, you know, a lot of younger people. Let me see. It looks pretty decent. Okay. So let's switch you out with Sonic then. Oh. There. Alright. Now that he's hardened out a bit, let's see if we can safely remove the tape. There we go. Now, just to strengthen it out, we're gonna iron this side as well a little bit. Just to make sure that this half also has a little bit of strength to it. There, not too much. Because in here we do like the holes in our pixels, in our perler designs. Switch you out with tails. We do need to be a little bit careful with tails with the tuft of hair on his forehead, because that is very flimsy. that can break pretty easily. Everything else should be absolutely fine. Maybe the tips of his tails. So let's be extra careful here. There. There we go, that's good. And slowly make our way towards the front of the head. Careful. There we go. Are you loose? No, you're not. Okay, good. Okay. Anxiety? Nah, it's fine. Like we strengthened it a little bit more than we really needed to. Especially with this stuff right here. Like this is just a line of 4 going straight forward. And it does look like it's gonna easily break right at this part here. So we are definitely gonna have to strengthen this one out on the front side. Especially there. There, that's enough. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. All right. Oh yeah, you're Sonic. Your Knuckles now. So you go over there. Long. Okay, final one. This one shouldn't be that bad. Considering this design is overall fairly solid. It's only on the back of the head and the tail here a little bit that we need to be careful with. Everything else should be absolutely fine. the tail. And that's the back of the head. So we should pretty much be home free now, but never be too careful. There we go. All right, all right. There, that should be enough. All right. That should be GG's. Let's wait for this one just to see how it looks. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. All right. That means we are done here. So let's do some reverse magic. By starting there. Yes. There. You there. You come back here. Excuse me. This thing, you come back here. Pretty much. And then it's time for some does. A little later than usual, but you guys know the drill by now when it comes to perler streams, right? Right? You guys know? Nah. Or do you guys know? I don't know. You know? Yeah, okay, stop that. Stop this bit. Stop. It's not funny. And don't mute myself. Hold your butt, Marty! Hold your butt! We're not that far yet. Okay, hold on. You go there, please. I said go there, please. I'm asking you nicely. So, just go. Thank you. You go like that. You go back here. Hold on, because someone was blowing up my phone. So let me... I'll first pull out these. If I can reach, I should be able to. That's one. And... that's two. There, you go there. I know, it's all magic, because you can't see, but it's fine. It's just... stuff. Okay, here's my face. Ha! Now let me have a look at who has been blowing up my phone. Okay, yes. That is absolutely fine. Okay, does. So you, and you go away. You can go over here, actually. You go away, you go away, you can go away. Now you go over there. Does. Why? Excuse me? You should not be showing that. There. Guessy game. And yes, we're gonna leave the... Yeah, I've been trying it out for the past few... I don't know, maybe a week now or something? Just to see how it feels. And I have to say it's a web browser. I mean, sure. Like, it doesn't really give me all that much extra, except for the internal ad blocker. You know, I don't have to look for one, I don't have to, you know, mess around with a whole lot of settings or anything. It's just integrated into the browser, and that is kind of the benefit for what I'm using it right now. You know, for instance, Guessy Game. There should be ads underneath me and to the side all the way over there. It's like, get away. So yeah. But what the heck is this? A very weird pattern on the floor with, I think, blood. So is this a hotel or something? You recommend Brave? What the heck is Brave? I've never heard of that. Control? Maybe. I don't remember Control having this much blood, but it could be Control. Nope. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I have no idea what this is. I do not remember this screen in any capacity. Not even close. Not that we were here or something. Not even that. I feel like the art style does look familiar though, but that's all I can say about it, really. And now it doesn't anymore, looking at the hand here. It definitely does... Misside? Is that how you spell it? Because that does not exist. in this database. Yes, well, that's not what it is, so... Oh, no, Amy's saying it's not missigned, okay. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. I clearly haven't played this, so... Okay, that's just the same screenshot, but zoomed out a little. There's red things, there's blue pixelated things. It is an action hack and slash on the PS3 and Xbox. So it's not No More Heroes. Then what the heck is this? I have no idea. I mean, the aesthetic very much looks like No More Heroes, is the thing. But that's Nintendo, right? You still have... I have mine too. It's not No More Heroes, but it looks very much like No More Heroes. It looks like a very direct ripoff. But I have no idea what this is. So yeah, nah, no idea. What's this called? Killer is Dead. Sure, because that's a game. Killer is Dead. Sure. If you say so. Framed. Well, that should be very easy. Because this is already a very iconic shot. The question is it 1 or 2? It's probably the first one, exactly. Well, there is only one, so it has to be that one then. Yep, there we go. You loved Angelina Jolie? It was fine for its age, for the time period when it came out, but... I never really got into her being Lara Croft. I kind of prefer the Alicia Vikander version of the character. You had the DVDs of both movies. Oh, you poor soul. Why? Why? Why would you torture yourself like that? Single frame. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? I have no idea. I mean, I can see where you're coming from with Ghost, but I don't think the workshop was this, you know, this much of a wreck. But we'll try it, but I don't think that's what it is. Yeah, nah. Oh, this is a snake. This is a snake that we're looking at. Was there a movie called Anaconda? Yeah? Okay, that's what it is. Okay, cool. Sure. 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 Alright. Cool. Title shot. Is this a train that we're looking at? Like a locomotive? Exactly, it's Thomas, but it's not Thomas. Is this a Harry Potter? I don't know, it looks too green for a 2005 Harry Potter. By that point, they were already becoming more dark movies, I believe. So maybe this is Prisoner of Azkaban? There's not even an option. Chamber of Secrets then. Yeah, nah. It is an adventure family fantasy movie. Okay. I mean, I can't unsee the train. Is the problem? It's probably not a train. Is the thing, but I can't unsee it. So we're gonna try another Harry Potter. Goblet of Fire. Oh, it's Narnia. Yeah, which one though? Chronicles of Narnia. There's only one. There we go. Wow, that looks bad. That honestly looks really bad. It was a train at least. We got that part right. Alright, cool. Game. So they entered through a wardrobe? I mean, yes, but that doesn't mean that there's not a train somewhere in the movie. What are we looking at here? Blue, futuristic, dude in the background. Not Deus Ex. Army of Two? Probably not. Why do I keep doing this? Oh, amazing. Yep. Alright, cool. Moving on. I still need to make one for the character thing. Well, Sonic team. So it is a Sonic with some weird purple-headed lady. So which Sonic is this? I mean, we should know. We just made Sonic Perlers. Right? It does look old. But it's not from the originals, I would say. So it's from the first adventure? No? It is a platformer, though. And it's not saying that Sonic is the right franchise. Is this some weird RPG kind of thing? Shenmue? No? I do feel like I've seen this before, though. Probably at like a GDQ thing or whatever, but... Dragon Quest. Which one? Because I don't think this is a Dragon Quest, but... Except the fights, and that is a big part of the games, is the problem. That one. It's not a Dragon Quest. Who the frick are you? I have no idea what this is. Yeah. Forklift driving was most fun in Shenmue? If you say so, I never played any of them. Something Knights. It's not Peggle, so it should be Neverwinter Nights? Or... yeah, I guess that's what it has to be. Nope. It's Nights into Dreams. And now that I see this picture right here, I recognize it from a GDQ event. And no, this is not a Sonic. It's a... I don't even know what to call this. But it's not a Sonic. Let's see here. For the character, we have a boot. A leathery boot. So is this Ada Wong? That's where my mind goes immediately with this. Don't say twinsies. Oh, come on! Okay, it's not what it is. It is... I mean, a human female, sure. Eve from Parasite Eve? We'll try. Not in there. Not Bayonetta. Lady from Resident Evil? No. No, Lady doesn't wear sleeves. She has these fingerless gloves, but she doesn't wear sleeves like this. Or else this is some really weird Jill. Did Jill really have these kinds of leathery boots? I mean, we'll try, but... yeah, maybe. Oh, what the... yeah, I'm also not sure if... because I can see here the guesses and it shows us that it is a female human that we're looking for. Oh wait, but it also says wrong franchise, so it's not... Samus? With this kind of a gun? Samus? No? It is definitely some kind of security guard, cop kind of character. But it's not Resident Evil, so... Dino Crisis, you're gonna have to give me a character name. Because in this mode we're not allowed to look through games. We have to look through the character names. Just on the game titles. Sure, but... then I still don't know where we have to go with this, so we're just gonna have to skip here. No, that's the thing. If I look for Dino Crisis, it gives me Dino Rhino or Infernal Dinosaur King Dodongu. Like, it looks for the names of the characters, not for the games. You mean... it doesn't allow you to do that. Regina. See? And there it shows Dino Crisis, so that you at least know from this game. But you're not allowed to look for the game. You have to look for the character. But yes, that was apparently who we were looking for. Regina. From Dino Crisis. I have no idea who this character is, but GG's to you. Alright, keywords. Hammer arcade barrels. I mean, is that just the old Donkey Kong? Yes, it is. Mario versus Donkey Kong? Nah, you just call it Donkey Kong. Because here it wasn't even Mario, it was Jumpman.
Did you know that in the original Donkey Kong game, Mario wasn't called Mario? He was actually called Jumpman.
Shut up. Alright. Bandel. Yeah. 1988, 130 million. Should be easy. I mean, what I'm hearing right now is Material Girl, but that was 85, 86? That was not 88. But this all just sounds a bit too generic to really make a decent guess here, so let's just put in a Madonna. 85, exactly. Proclaimers? Yeah, it has to be, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. True, we did hear this one yesterday, so that's... song to skip? Nah, it's a fun one. Like, it's not great, it's a bit boring, but it's a decent song. Faces. A male and a female. I mean, it is a very Brad Pitt-ish face. I'll give you that. But I'm wondering if that's really what we're looking at. And Jamie Lee Curtis? I can very much see Jamie Lee Curtis. That is true. Yeah. Then that leaves Brad, I believe. Yeah. No! 1936. Wow. Okay. Wait, who are we looking at then? Jack Nicholson? Nah. Nah. Who is that? Who is that bottom part? Who is that? Who else is that old? I'm just gonna put in Jack Nicholson, but I don't think that's what we're looking for. Captain America Winter Soldier, Spy Game, All Is Lost. Huh. I mean... Oh, you know who it is. Initials RR. I was thinking Michael Douglas, but I don't think he showed up in Winter Soldier. RR. Yeah, I keep thinking of Ryan Reynolds, but that's not what we're looking for here. Why can't I get there? Type R? I mean, that's kind of cheating, but yes. Robert Radford? That's the only RR we have, so... Who the heck is Robert Radford? Who is that? Oh! Now I know! Yeah. I know. Now the... I'm getting there. Yeah. Hold on, let me look up a picture of him. I remember now. Yeah, it's this dude. We know this dude. Yeah. Now that I finally figured out who it is, I can kind of see it, but yes. Yes. Alright. Connections. You don't see him in the picture? I kind of do. Port, Pursuit, Progressive, Succession, Happiness, Departed, Flash, Liberty, Wire, Euphoria, Remaining, Entourage, Insecure, Bulletin, Live Report. Well, there's like Report and Bulletin. There is... I don't know. Pursuit, Succession, maybe? Liberty, Euphoria, stuff like that. TV series, yeah. We have Flash, Euphoria, I believe Liberty, Entourage. Something like that. Maybe The Wire is also a series, right? Life, Liberty, Pursuit, Happiness. And why specifically those four? Oh, that's the Oprah TV thing. Yeah, that's terrible show. Hold on. There. U.S. documents. Life, liberty, pursuit, and happiness. Nouns from a famous line in the Declaration of Independence. I'm sorry, but that's a stretch. Yeah, I mean, sure, but... okay. A report, a bulletin, a news flash. And something. Yeah, like I'm definitely seeing either movies or series, one of the two, but I'm not sure where it wants us to go. Entourage? That's basically a group of people that surrounds a certain person to help them take care of things, to secure that person, you know, a group of core people around a single person. And it's also a TV series. There's a TV series called Entourage. You don't really see anything cohesive with 4? No, exactly. It's a bit scattered. Yeah, not yet, not yet. We have time. There's no time pressure today. Pardon why the Flash. I believe The Wire is also a movie. But what is then the fourth one? Succession? Is that a movie? No, Euphoria. Euphoria is a movie, right? Is it with the? Oh, The Departed, The Flash, The Wire. No, then it's not the Euphoria. I mean, The Remaining, The Succession, The Report. Try to see if we're close with what? With Euphoria? I'm just gonna try this. Not even close. Never mind. Never mind. Oof. I do still think report bulletin is something. Newsflash. I still think this is something. Yeah, I'm thinking wire, but I'm not sure. Like now I'm also looking at adding letters or taking letters away. Parts of the word. But yeah, exactly. News flash, news report, news bulletin. And then news. Newswire? Is that a thing? Newsport? I'm not sure if those are things. I don't know, maybe a news entourage? I don't know. Yeah, just go with the hints, because we're getting nowhere here. This is just stupid. News announcements. Yeah, okay, we got that. We just don't know what the fourth one is. Okay. So what's next? HBO shows? Okay. So Flash, Euphoria, Wire, and then Entourage? Well, this wouldn't work because we tried this. And this was not close. This was not one away. So just switching The Departed for Entourage is not enough. What left might mean? Port side? progressive? No, left. Left is conservative, right? Right is progressive. Remaining, yeah. Left is progressive? Oh yeah, no, true. Right is conservative. Yes, okay. Yeah. I mean, departed? They left? They departed? Yeah? Not even as in death, but just they departed from a certain location? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have the HBO shows and the news things. So it's not Flash for the HBO shows is the thing, because that's very much the news thing. CW. Is the program. Sure. Still? What are you saying with that? Okay. So if it's a news report, news flash, news bulletin, is it then a news insecure or a news succession? An insecure doesn't really sound like a report. A succession, maybe. Like, both could work for a show name, so I'm gonna try insecure for the show. And that's one away, really. Succession sounds like a series. Well, then that's what we're gonna try. It's still one away! Hold on! So it's this then. And it is a news wire. Yeah. Yes. So I was right all along, right from the start. Fucking hell. Yeah, no, this one was not fun. This was a thing. So yeah, let's wrap things up for today, shall we? Let's have a look at the final designs. So yeah, here they are. We have Sonic, we have Tails, and we have Knuckles. We have all three. There. There, that way. Yeah, by far, I would say Tails is my favorite out of the three. And Knuckles is the least one because the colors are just, I don't know, they're all over the place. And it really doesn't work all that well. But with Tails, it actually worked out really well. Sonic is just Sonic. I mean, he looks good. There's nothing wrong with Sonic, but I don't know, I just like Tails a lot more. Why did you think there were 4? They're not. There is 3. So yeah, these are gonna go up on the wall in place of BD. BD is gonna go somewhere over here. Ish. Out of sight. Out of mind. So yeah. Having said that, now we get to your question, Monty. What are we gonna do afterwards? And that's a good question because I don't know. Yeah, no, I genuinely don't know. Because we still have the thing that we should be doing today, which was durable stream control for Night Rain. But he had family obligations. We know all about those. So question is, what are we gonna do then that doesn't mind being interrupted by that stream control? So it's not gonna be something story heavy. So it's not that, not that, not that. We could do Trine 3 in the meantime. We also have White Shadows as a side-scrolling platformer. That could also work. I'm not sure Axiom Verge 2 how long that'll take. How long to beat? Axiom Verge. Main story 8.5 hours. That's actually not that long. It says it's shorter than the first game. Huh. And that is still from the previous list, so that might actually not be such a bad idea. So is White Shadows, by the way, so... How long would White Shadows take? Main game 2.5 hours, completionist 4, so that's a single stream thing. Yeah, and that's the thing, I don't even know if Night Rain is going to be postponed to next week. Or if it's going to be even later than that. I don't know. Because if we're going to do White Shadows next, finish it in one stream on Wednesday, and then on Sunday we're not going to do Night Rain, we still need to find something else. So I think of doing Axiom Verge 2 then. I think that would work fine. Like, yeah, there's probably gonna be plenty of story in that, but it's probably gonna be the easiest one to pick up again. Considering it is fairly short. So I think that's gonna be the next one then. Yeah, I think so. Yes. It's not a PlayStation 1 game, no. No. That's not the case, but... Sure. I appreciate the sentiment. I mean, there are no PlayStation 1 games on this list right now, so... So yeah, I think it's settled. I think it's gonna be Axiom Verge 2. I haven't played that one yet, so that is gonna be a new... playthrough. So let's find a raid target, and I think I see a decent one because we've been playing a lot of Night Rain, and Beauty actually also playing some more Elden Ring off stream to get ready for her DLC adventure. We're gonna raid Eshu because she's playing some Elden Ring. So yes. Wednesday, we're starting Axiom Verge 2. That's it. And I don't know when Night Rain is gonna happen. Maybe next week on Sunday, maybe later. I don't know. We'll see. So go over to Ashu, say hi, say bye, do all the things. And we will see you back on Wednesday with Action Purge 2. See you then. Bye-bye.